What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we're back with another Marvel Snap video. And guess what? I did it. I know you have all been waiting for someone to do it, and I, Chris Bootman Bootay, have done it. I have found the best Hit Monkey deck, and I'm about to present it to all of you beautiful people who are starting out this new season, striving to hit infinite. I am here to help, all right? But I'll joke aside before we get started real quick, all right? If you're new here, hi, my name is Chris. I also go by Bootman, and if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, especially ranking up the ladder, the competitive aspect of the game, you definitely want to subscribe and ring that notification bell. We're trying to hit 8,500 subscribers by the end of the month. We only need like 200 more. Come on and join the party, all right? And I promise to provide you with amazing content, and we have a bunch of other cool stuff going on. Down in the description below, we have an amazing Discord server, a bunch of cool people in there, sharing deck ideas, keeping people updated, just hanging out, having a blast, all right? So join our Discord, and if you're subscribed, and if you follow me on Twitter, linked down in the description below, at BootmanMSTZ, every single month I give away 3 season passes for free, but you gotta be subscribed, and you gotta follow me on Twitter, all right? We just gave away 3 Hit Monkey season passes, so I'll be doing it again next month. Next month's gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy. We're gonna have Nebula as a season pass card. Gonna be sick. So subscribe and follow, all right? So, yeah, to be completely transparent, I don't know if this is the best Hit Monkey deck, but it's been doing work for me. It's been going ham, all right? And I shared this, this deck on Twitter last night. Ton of people are like, oh my God, this deck is amazing. And now you're thinking, Chris, did you make this deck? Did your genius come up with this deck idea? No, I didn't, all right? So I gotta give you a little bit of a backstory, all right? So let's jump into it. So for those of you who don't know, there's this guy named KM Best, all right? Amazing player, one of the best out there. He's always hitting like rank a bajillion, getting into the bot MMR and stuff like that. Make sure you follow him. He has a YouTube channel. He has a podcast as well that he hosts every single week. Phenomenal podcast. By the way, if you guys didn't know, we just posted our newest podcast episode yesterday, myself and Bradsifer. Go check that out. But anyways, enough about me. So KM Best, awesome dude. Definitely give him a follow. Check him out on Twitch. Super smart guy. But anyways, he hosted a tournament over the weekend called Best of the Besties, okay? And he had a bunch of great players in there and stuff like that. Well, the first place deck was this one. Surprise, surprise. It's a freaking Shuri deck, all right? So you're like, Chris, I thought we were talking about Hit Monkey. I thought we were talking about that. Hold your horses, okay? I told you there's a little backstory to this, all right? Well, right before he posted about the winner, he shared this one. He said, this was the only list in the top 8 without Shuri, and it made it all the way to T4 before falling to the eventual champion, so the person who won with the Shuri deck. Love the Iron Man adaptation to contest lanes against Shuri. So this deck was, it's from Boomer Snap here, and it was a take on the bounce deck, all right? Right before the season came out, this was a take on the bounce deck that kind of Jeff Hoagland popularized, but they put a little twist on it and they added Iron Man and Mystique, and I'm like, that's pretty genius, all right? Because this deck, even though it could sometimes keep up with Shuri and some of the bigger decks out there, I was like, man, well, if you're putting Iron Man in there and then you have Mystique, and Mystique can copy Iron Man or Darkhawk, I'm like, you could probably do some things with it, right? So I actually started playing around with this deck after I hit Infinite, and it was going nuts. I'm like, this is a dope deck, right? So I can't take any credit, it goes to Boomer Snap. But anyways, what had happened was I ended up jumping over to untapped.gg, and I wanted to check out, I'm constantly checking out stats, right? I am such a stats nerd. And with this website, you could type in a specific card, see what decks are performing the best with it. You could see how many games have been played, all that kind of stuff. By the way, if you didn't know, like the deck tracker that I use right here that you'll see when we do some gameplay, this is from untapped.gg. A lot of content creators, top players use it. So if you wanna check it out, if you play on PC, go download it. I have a link for it down in the description below. That's where you can find all the good stuff. And when you use my link, this deck tracker is 1000% free, okay? So download it, and when you use my link, it comes back, helps support the channel just a little bit, all right? Now, this feature right here, I believe it is one of their premium features. So for that, you gotta pay a little. I don't even wanna say the price of it. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's something cheap, like it's like $5 a month, something like that. go check it out. All right, so anyways, you can type in whatever card you want. So I've been checking, I've been keeping up. I'm like, what's the best Hitmonkey deck? And with this, you could filter all sorts of stuff. So you could check your ranking. I can go from rank 60 to 100, rank 70 to 80, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, I was playing around with these numbers because I started the season at 70. I dropped down to like 66, just playing around with a bunch of different decks. So I was like, what's doing good from 60 to 79? And you'll see a bunch of these decks, which are variations on the bounce deck. And by the way, since I'm fostering a community of amazing critical thinkers, when it comes to data, you want big sample sizes. You want big sample sizes to get rid of like any type of luck that might be involved or any kind of sampling bias, all that kind of stuff, right? So you want big sampling sizes. So usually you're looking for thousands, all right? But I was just curious because I was looking and like, it broke my heart. I was really kind of bummed out this season because bounce decks just weren't working for me. Like the typical bounce decks, right? They weren't working for me. A lot of people were seeing success, but then I scrolled down and here it was. Here was the variation on Boomer Snap's deck that he was using, but it had a 55% win rate. And now this actually has way more games. Yesterday when I checked it, it was lower. It was like in the low, like, I think it was like 200 or 300s. I've probably added a bunch of data to this as well. And I shared it on Twitter. So some more people are probably playing it. But I saw it, I'm like, let's see if we can give it a try. And yo, like I said, I dropped down like 66. I'm at 72 now. I'm ranked 72 now using this deck. So there's the backstory to it. Like I said, the credit goes to Boomer Snap. But yeah, this deck keeps up. Like just before hopping on to record this video, I beat a Shuri deck, I beat a Galactus deck, all right? And a lot of that has to do like, yo, like, oh man, Iron Man is such a phenomenal card, such a phenomenal card. And when you combine it with cards like Bishop and Angela that are getting buffed, or even Hitmonkey, like your opponent can't keep up with it. All right, so looking at the list, it's looks like a, you know, the shell of a regular bounce deck, all right? What you'll notice is we don't have Falcon in here. We don't have Chavez in here. There's been a lot of debate about whether or not you need Chavez and stuff like that. But anyways, so first question I'll get, and some of you were complaining a little in the last video. Listen, question I get is, what can you replace with Bass? I don't think Bass can be replaced in decks like this. She's just way too awesome. She turns every card into your hand into 3 power. Amazing on Hood, Angela, Hitmonkey, Mystique, Darkhawk, Iron Man, like even your other cards, like you need Bass. So Bass is dropping to Series 3 this month. So just hang tight and you can use this deck. By the way, and if you don't have some of these cards, don't worry. I'm hoping this weekend, I have like 20 decks so far with Hitmonkey and other variations of just like pull 3 decks and stuff like that have been hitting infinite. So just hold tight. If you can't use this deck, don't worry, all right? So anyways, we have some disruption in here with Iceman and Korg. Some of these decks are usually running like Black Widow too, but this has been doing awesome with Iceman and Korg, all right? So hopefully we're able to bass some good cards in our hand, like on turn 1, okay? So then we also have Angela and Bishop in here. We got Beast to bounce these things back up. Something I'm learning, and I think a lot of people are starting to learn with Hitmonkey, is don't be greedy, okay? Like if you drop Hitmonkey and Mysterio on 1 turn, Hitmonkey's a 2/6, okay? That's bigger than Lizard, you know what I mean? If you're able to hit Bast with Bast on Mysterio, all of the Mysterios turn into 2/3s rather than a 2/4 and 2 just 0 power units. So like, what I love about this deck is there's just so many different win conditions. And like, this is a deck that you gotta get used to. Fortunately, since I play a lot of bounce, I've kind of gotten used to the play patterns and stuff, because sometimes you just gotta work with what you got, and you gotta drop Angela, and then you gotta drop like Korg and Hitmonkey, and then bounce them up, and then go back and forth, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of different ways to play this, and that's what I think I love about these decks, is there's so many different strategies to it. It's why, like, I personally, like, not to knock anybody else, but it's why I find like Shuri decks, the Sandman Electro Ramp decks, like I find those very boring because they're just a very straight line, right? This gives you some like different options, different win conditions. You got Mystique, who can copy Darkhawk or Iron Man, you know? Like, this deck is just phenomenal, and it's a lot of fun to play too. So like when you can have a good deck that's also fun, my dream, baby. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna shut up and jump into some games, and let's see how this thing runs. All right, and for anybody who's new here, oh no, we got an Agatha game. Usually I cut these out, but I'm just gonna let it run. So anyways, what I was saying too is, and look at this, we might forfeit. Look at that. Agatha throws out Bast. Oh my God. And look, we have Vision. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter for Captain America. It's gonna tag Agatha and Spider-Woman. We're gonna leave this match. We'll leave it in a minute to have some fun. But anyways, what I was saying was, if you're new here, I show my losses too. I don't think it helps many people just showing the just the wins. I was playing out Hit Monkey. What are you doing, Agatha? I don't think it's as helpful just showing the wins. Like, you guys got to see, like, when we're showing you decks, I think it's extremely important that we show you what can go wrong as well. For example, like when Triskelion pops out and gives you a dang Agatha. Oh my Lord. Let's see what happens. Oh, reduce the cost of Agatha. What's funny is, yeah, see, we're leaving. That's all I was waiting for. But yeah. Sometimes you're just like, is this an Agatha deck? Like, what is this person doing? Are they like on some kind of substance, you know? So yeah, let's retreat from this one. Holy Lord. Oh my Lord. Okay. All right, next game. We'll have serious time. So yeah, I'm also going to show you the losses because that's important too before you jump into the deck. I don't like just like full on highlight videos because it's like you don't see what goes wrong. You're just going to think a deck's like phenomenal. And if you have bad luck like me, like sometimes those decks don't work. But when you have a lot of win conditions, it kind of balances out. So something I want you all to do is become better at snapping than I am. All right. So I think the trick to this deck is snapping early, maybe by turn 2 when you have Bast and you're able to tag 3 good targets. This is decent. I don't know if it's snap worthy, but like ideally, like I'll be able to tag like Darkhawk and like Angela, mainly like Iron Man. So hitting Mystique, it's pretty decent. Because if we can get Mystique to I'm gonna skip this turn, so that way my Bast hits Bishop too. Because if we can get Mystique to copy Iron Man, boom, like it's bonkers. And especially if you hit Mystique and Iron Man, ooh. But yeah, we got our Mysterio to 3 2/3s. Phenomenal. All right, see what kind of deck you are. Okay, cool. Now, what I would have loved, so here's what I'm gonna do here. I'm going to, am I gonna do that? I'm thinking about putting Hood on Angela, buff her up a little bit, and then beast her back. But then it's gonna be turn 4. Let's just do this. Let's see what's going on, because I might want to play Bishop this next turn. Let's see. Okay. Let's do this, bounce that, drop Demon here. Don't want to do that. Let's do this just in case we get Hit Monkey, actually. Because we can buff up, we have 2 more turns to buff up Angela. So that's no biggie. This way we can get another Demon. We'll have 3 0-cost cards, which is awesome if we pull like a Hit Monkey. We do have Bishop in our hand too. All right, we're playing against Angela. So right now we really need, not Angela, we're playing against Shuri. So right now we really need a Iron Man. So they haven't pulled Shuri by turn 4, which is great, okay? Iceman really screws Shuri up. So check this out. So they're gonna drop something big. They got a free Wakanda. So they're gonna drop something big under one of these 2. So let's do this. So I'll put Hood over here, there, So I'm getting 1, 2, 3. So this is gonna be a 6. I'm leaving a little bit of room open for my Mysterio. All right, so if they have a Taskmaster, they can add 13 right here. Ooh, baby. Oh crap, my hit monkey, I dropped it behind Cosmo. You guys, why didn't you remind me? Okay, so look at this. Then if I drop this here, what's this? We're adding 8, so that'll be 9. I screwed up on that hit monkey, dang it. Dang, 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 dang. If Iron Man came just a little bit sooner, hold on, let me see this. So they cannot, if I drop this here, this will actually be a 7. So we'll add 2 to Bishop, so he'll be 10. This will be 7. So we'll be at 22. We'll risk it for a cube. We'll risk it for a cube. Because over here, we're gonna jump up too. So let's see what happens. I think we might have won. What I tell you, look, we won the left lane with 1 power, yo. With 1 power. We just beat a Shuri deck by having 1 power on the left lane. Look at that. And I screwed up my hit monkey. Look at that. How good is this deck where I can botch turn 5 and come back and beat a Shuri deck that didn't draw Shuri. Now, something that I've seen brought up, right, is, oh, you beat a Shuri deck that didn't draw Shuri, right? Well, I dropped 2 Icemen, right? So did I hit Shuri? Did I hit Taskmaster? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing about disruption is you can't see what you're doing, but the whole goal is to stop the opponent from doing what they wanna do. And Iceman is amazing for that. Iceman, Black Widow, stuff like that, Korg, if you can make him draw a rock, you know what I mean? So like, something might have worked out here, we never know. Maybe they never drew Shuri, or maybe we hit Shuri twice with this and turned her into a 6-cost card. Who knows, you know what I mean? All right, let's play a couple more. Interceptor, I'm 99% sure I played this person earlier. 99% sure. I forgot what deck they had too. So what I'm doing on my other monitor right now is I'm pulling up snap.fan. So right now, whatchamacallit, Untapped doesn't give you a full history of your matches and stuff. So I use snap.fan as well. Interceptor. Generic Galactus. Oh, this is the person. So this person snapped me. Oh, this person snapped me with a Galactus and I beat him because I dropped Iron Man and Demon on turn 5 because we had a Elysium, the Galactus on Elysium, and yeah, they snapped me. I did that and then I snapped them back, but they retreated because they couldn't do anything. They tried to Spider-Man. Oh, so they switched up decks. Okay, maybe they saw what your boy was playing. What got discarded from him? So you can't see this too, but on the tracker, it shows me what got discarded. So do I want to contest that? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. See what they're doing? See what they're doing? Dazzler. So we only got 1 less power. So check it. So I just, right before recording this, I just pulled Dazzler from a reserve. Huh. They might be doing like an old school bounce. Yeah. Then I'm just gonna Iron Man here and then hope for a Mystique. Because it's gonna be hard for them to contest this. You know what I mean? But yeah, if we don't get Mystique, we're kind of in trouble. Kind of in trouble. But on that right side lane, like, it's gonna be tough for them. Usually, I don't think they're running a Shang-Chi, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they decide to play, if they want to play today. Why are you copying me, bro? So here's what I could do. They're ahead by 5 there. So I can add, I think that's the best play. We'll stay in here, because this will add another 4, because they knew what was coming. They knew what was coming. Interceptor had to play me earlier. They saw what was coming. But anyway, so the Mysterio, the 0 cost was going to come here, and it would have been -1, but it would have added 2 to Angela, which would have been an extra 4 here. So we would have been good. Oh, and the cool thing is too, Darkhawk, since I didn't Korg, Darkhawk dropped out of Shang-Chi range and was only 8 power. By the way, they confirmed this is a bug. Remember how it used to show the power here too? It's a bug. Ooh, how good's that Darkhawk look? I'm sorry. I'm bragging about my variants. Let's jump into one more game. But you're starting to see, right? Like this would have been good because our Hit Monkey too, so we were gonna drop 3 Mysterio clones here, right? So Hitmonkey would have been plus 6 plus 8. So Hitmonkey was about to be a 211 right here because we basted Hitmonkey and then Mysterio was gonna pump him up 6. Woo-hoo-hoo! This deck is nasty. All right, one final game. And look at that bast up in the hand. This is our kryptonite. So this is a decent Bass. This is our kryptonite. What we need is a beast to get some things down to 0 so we can slip them in under Crimson Cosmos. All right, let's see. Electro Ramps are our kryptonite too. We might play one more after this, because this might be an early retreat if they get the draws they need. Okay, now we really need a beast. Now we really need a beast if we want to stay in the game. You're not beast. What do I want? I want Iceman again. So we're hoping for a beast. But still it's gonna be difficult because they're about to drop Iceman on us. I mean, Sandman on us. Yeah, we are beyond screwed this game. We are so screwed because they run like Dr. Doom 2. This was just worst case scenario. Like imagine the worst possible game for this type of deck. This was it. The locations, the deck we're going up against. Good thing we just won the last 2, bubba baby. All right, one more game. But yeah, surprisingly, I haven't faced that many Sandman decks. I might have just jinxed myself. Like I have not faced too many Sandman decks, which has been nice. So we'll do this. And this maybe? Let's see what happens. If it's Sandman, we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna call it a day if it's Sandman. Okay, we're not too worried about that. It's a nice looking bast. Here's what I'm gonna do, check this out. I'm gonna bounce back my Darkhawk and bass that fool. All right, so that way he'll turn into a 3, then we can copy it with Mystique later. Gonna be nice. Woohoo! Sick plays. All right, that was a weird play with Wolfsbane. Something I've been noticing this season too, which is weird because I never face bots, is that I've been facing a lot more bots. So yeah, kind of weird. So we're gonna snap them. I just looked it up on the bot list, and yeah, it's a bot. A lot of you asked me, go to Marvel Snap Zone's YouTube channel and go see what's a bot and what's not and how to spot them. So like I have 2 monitors, so like I have the bot list up on my other monitor. So yeah, let's do this to disrupt them a little bit, because I could drop, since I dropped my Darkhawk down to 3 cost with Beast, we should be good. What's this? So let's do, and look, they're both, so it's gonna be, wow. Oh, because they jubileed, dang. So we're only gonna be adding 4 here. So that's gonna be 11. No. That's gonna be 7. This will be 15. Yeah, this should be good. All right, so we faced 2 Sandman decks and then a bot. So, but yeah, like I said, this season I've faced more bots than ever before, which is really weird. It's not like a ton. So by the way, when I tell you like this deck's doing good and I face some bots, let's wrap this thing up. Don't think that I'm like facing like a ton of bots and that's why this deck's working well. No, like I'm facing bots like 1 out of every 10 games, 1 out of every 15 games, something like that, right? But when I see them, I'm like, this is a chance to grab some cubes, you know? Because the people who get in the high MMRs are facing bots all left and right, but like, so when us normal people who have to play a bit against a bunch of variety of decks, a bunch of Sandman decks, counters and stuff like that, Shuri decks, like when you get a bot, take those cubes, keep it moving, you know what I mean? But I have seen some people say that it seems like they're facing more bots. But anyways, that's a deck. I hope you saw like the power of this deck. When you face up against Sandman, just bounce. I do think that one of the keys to this deck, if you wanna rank up, is get aggressive. When you have Bass in your hand and some solid targets, like, do your thing. Do your thing. These decks take a lot of practice. Like if you're just gonna grab this deck today, you're probably gonna lose a ton, but I promise you, you will make up for it. Like there's a lot of power potential here. Like you can get decks like this up to like lanes with like 30, 40 power, and it is bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. So this is one of my favorite decks right now. I am gonna experiment with some more, so don't you worry, and I'll make some more lists and stuff like that. Hitmonkey, I just love this card. I've been waiting for it for months, so you're gonna get a lot of Hitmonkey content, but I also told you I do have an entire list. I have like, I think 15 decks so far that have hit infinite, and I will make a video about that either tomorrow or this weekend. So you have a bunch of different decks that you could try out. With those, I just kind of go through the list, you test them out, whatever. And then maybe I'll try them out too and make a more in-depth video on it. All right, but that's all I got for this video. It was a long one. If you liked the video, if you're still around, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, trying to hit 8,500 subscribers. And you can join our amazing Discord server down in the description below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ, because I do monthly giveaways for the season pass. I give away 3 season passes every single month, but you got to follow me on Twitter. Everything's linked down in the description below. You can also check out this amazing untapped.gg tracker using my link. Help support the channel. I appreciate it. All right, so have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.